reason he's out there. That's a massive six.
Oh, glorious. It really is worth the price of admission.
And there it is. That's the thing about Yorkers.
And we want to get into the T20 World Cup face-offs. I have one player against another, and you have to pick one and tell me why do you think that they'll fare better at the upcoming T20 World Cup. The first one's Bumrah versus Shahina Freebie.
Yeah, I knew this is where it's going to start getting difficult. Look, how do you split those two guys? I mean, they're two of the best performed bowlers in the world the last couple of years in all formats of the game. Probably just on experience alone, I'll go for Bumrah. He's played a fair bit of cricket in Australia now. Played more in Australia than Afridi has. Played more big tournaments as well than Afridi has. So you know they'll both get a little bit of assistance here with the brand new ball. But I just think Bumrah's death bowling is slightly better than Afridi, so I'll go with Bumrah on this one.
Razam versus Joss Butler.
Well, these are two players that I had in my top 5 that you asked me the other day. You look, technically, Razam is technically a better player than Butler. You look at their strike rates though, and there's no comparison there. Butler's a much more dynamic, sort of 360-degree player than Bubba is. Bubba hasn't been in the greatest of form of late either. So Butler hasn't. Butler's been out injured as well, hasn't played much cricket. But Butler's also played more cricket in Australia with England, and he's had spent some time in the Big Bash with the Sydney Thunder. So I'm going to go Joss Butler on this one.
Hardik Pandya versus Glenn Maxwell.
Well, two of the most dynamic all-rounders in world cricket. Hardik's last few months in particular have been probably the best of his career. Hardik was one that I had in my top 5 last week as well. And looking at the way that they stack up, I think Hardik's going to probably have more of a chance to have an impact with the ball and also more of a chance to have an impact with the bat. Maxwell's been batting quite low in T20 cricket. But that being said, in Australia, I think Maxwell will end up scoring more runs than Hardik, and I think Hardik will take more wickets than Maxwell. So I'm going to call that one a draw.
Rashid Khan versus Vanindu Hasaranga.
Yes, another one. Hasaranga's obviously been white hot of late, and conditions here are not going to suit either of these two guys. Rashid Khan's played 5 or 6 years now of BBL cricket with the Adelaide Strikers, been the number 1 ranked T20 bowler in the world for a long time now, so Rashid Khan just pips Hasaranga.
Rishabh Pant versus Dinesh Karthik.
Two in the same team. This is an intriguing one as well, I reckon. Even the uncertain, the last couple of series that they've played, they haven't known which one of these two to play, and if they play one and not both. I said a few months ago now, I'd love to see, I actually think India's best team has both of these players in it. I don't care if they're both keepers, but I think their batting prowess enough. And Rishabh in the middle order and Dinesh as a finisher, they look extremely dangerous to me. And if India do use Rishabh as that floater and have Dinesh sort of anchored down to face the last 4 or 5 overs, then obviously Rishabh, you would think, would come out of the tournament scoring more runs, but Dinesh, on the other hand, probably has a chance to win more games. So, I'm just going to favour Rishabh because I think he might get slightly more opportunity than Dinesh does.